I can still picture the exact morning Emily rolled her suitcase out of our bedroom, humming like life was perfectly light and uncomplicated. She told me she needed distance, a pause, a solo escape to Paris to feel alive again. But the sparkle in her eyes wasn't the look of a woman seeking clarity. It was the look of someone running straight into another man's arms. I stood in silence, watching her wander through the house, pretending innocence, pretending truthfulness, pretending I couldn't see right through her lies. And when she brushed a kiss on my cheek and said, "Don't overthink it, babe," I knew whatever she was hiding was about to blow apart both of our lives. It didn't take long. Barely 4 hours after she left, my phone buzzed with a message that twisted my stomach. "Relax. I'll be back in a week." But it was the attached photo that hit me like a punch. Emily at the airport, grinning like she'd won something huge. And right behind her, clear as day, stood her ex-boyfriend, leaning in like he belonged there. She didn't even attempt denial. No explanation. No shame. She assumed I'd accept it. Assumed I'd sit around and wait. Assumed I'd stay loyal while she played tourist with a man she once left me for. That arrogance snapped something inside me. Instead of collapsing or getting angry, a cold, unnervingly calm feeling settled over me. I set my phone down and walked next door to check in on my neighbor Lily, the recently divorced woman who'd moved in 2 months earlier. She opened the door, hair in a loose bun, eyes soft with concern, immediately sensing something was wrong. "You look like your world just tilted," she murmured. And for the first time in ages, I felt safe enough to actually sit down and let myself breathe. Lily didn't interrupt, didn't judge, didn't smirk. She simply listened, her expression shifting from sympathy to disbelief as she realized how little respect Emily still had for me. We sat on her couch, the air thick with mutual understanding. I told her how Emily had flown off with her ex, acting like our marriage was some optional arrangement she could switch on and off whenever she wanted. Lily slowly shook her head, her eyes filled with a kind of anger I should have had long ago. "She really expected you to just wait like nothing happened?" she asked. And hearing someone else say it, someone who genuinely valued me, finally snapped everything into focus. I had been loving a woman who mistook my loyalty for weakness. Then, as if to make it worse, Emily texted again. "Don't be dramatic. It's just a trip. You know I'll always come back to you." That one sentence told me exactly how she saw our relationship. I showed Lily the text, and she let out a quiet, disbelieving laugh, not mocking, but stunned at how boldly Emily treated me like a backup option. "She really thinks you'll always stay," Lily whispered. And something inside me shifted completely. Emily had already chosen her path. It was time I chose mine. Instead of responding to Emily, I turned to Lily and said the words that changed everything. "Would you help me send her a message she'll actually understand?" Lily's lips curved into a knowing smile as she moved closer, resting her hand on my shoulder. A small touch, but full of warmth and connection. It didn't feel forced. It felt natural and grounding. I raised my phone and snapped a photo of us together, faces close, relaxed, at peace. Under it, I typed the calmest, coldest message I'd ever sent. "Relax, you're already replaced." And I hit send. Chaos erupted instantly. My phone blew up with notifications. Her tone shifted from confident to confused, then to full-blown panic. "Who is she? Why is she in our house? Tell me you're joking. Answer me." Her ego crumbled almost instantly. She had flown off with her ex believing she still owned space in my life. But the moment she sensed she was losing control, her composure shattered like glass. She wasn't heartbroken, she was furious I wasn't begging. She wasn't sad, she was terrified I had finally recognized my worth. She called again and again. She sent voice messages full of shaky breathing, frantic excuses, sudden apologies, even guilt-soaked pleas. It was a mistake. He pressured me. I didn't think you'd take it this seriously. Desperation dripped from every word. Meanwhile, Lily watched quietly, almost protectively. "You don't deserve someone like that," she whispered. And as I listened to Emily's frantic messages, I realized something astonishing. Not only was I finished with Emily, but I was finally ready to live a life where I wasn't surviving on scraps of affection. Then the internet got involved. Emily tried to save face by posting a dramatic rant on her story, deleting it, reposting something else, then panicking in the comments under my old photos. People screenshotted everything. Her meltdown became the hottest topic in our friend group chats. The woman who once acted untouchable suddenly became the textbook example of what happens when someone who takes you for granted realizes you're no longer standing by the door waiting. She flew to Paris with another man, but a single photo of me beside a woman who actually respected me destroyed the fantasy she lived in. When Emily finally returned, she looked nothing like the confident woman who'd strutted onto that plane. Her face was pale, swollen from crying, her steps heavy, her energy drained. She dragged her suitcase up to the porch only to find the locks changed and a single note taped to the door. "You told me to relax, so I did." She collapsed on the steps, sobbing as Lily walked out of her house and joined me in the driveway. Emily's eyes widened, panic flooding her face as she realized the truth. She was no longer the center of my world. And as I walked away with Lily beside me, the only sound behind us was Emily's broken whisper. "Please don't go." But I already had.